Right now, this is Ticker News Insight.
Hello and welcome back to Ticker News Insight, where we are looking to focus on the best of business with very clever people joining us from all around the world. I, of course, am your host, Mike Loader, to our latest story, and we are looking to further our understanding of OpenAI's GPT-3 tool. The generative pre-trained Transformer 3 is, of course, the state-of-the-art language processing model developed by OpenAI, which is currently causing a bit of a stir online. Alex Iceman from Genium.io is here to iron out a bit of the confusion for us and to outline the future of the tool set. It's good to see you, Alex. Thanks for your time.
Thanks. Good to see you too, Mike.
Hey, so to start off, let's do a quick recap of what exactly ChatGPT does for those who remain unaware of perhaps the capabilities of the tool.
A ChatGPT is a bot. We've seen bots before, but what stands out and differentiates that online bot is it applies AI to the level that now we can interact with it as almost like a human and gives you a very good human-like responses and can generate, and you can follow up on your questions and topics, and it actually modifies your responses based on your follow-up. So it's very smart.
Absolutely. I remember playing around with chatbots years and years ago, decades ago, when it was quite simple and being very impressed then. But what this thing can do is incredibly interesting. Why do you think there's so much concern and so much noise around its use cases? We've talked a little bit about education being affected in the past, because you can literally ask this bot to type out an essay in some cases as well. Take us through a bit about the concern that you've perhaps witnessed as well.
I've seen a lot of concerns around, losing jobs at copywriting or generating content in general, which I think is, with anything new revolutionary like this, will just create new jobs, and it's going to be new opportunities and new jobs. Obviously, the old manual labor jobs will be not replaced, but enhanced, because you still need to have creativity to give it certain meanings, certain topics, how you cross-reference certain questions. So you focus more on creativity rather than just typing things up, because now the GPT can do that for you, but the creativity aspect is still a human-driven in that sense. A lot of the online interview process questions now are a danger, because the GPT can really solve them in a matter of seconds. You can take the whole question, give it to GPT, and it can solve it. And OpenAI started to work on filtering system where not only it can detect if it's an AI-driven response, but also filter it out from the future learnings. Because what's going to start happening is we start to see a lot of AI-generated content, and it's pretty harmful for the AI itself, because AI learns on the internet data that was generated by human, and now we get a lot of that data that was generated by AI itself. So we don't know the consequences of AI training on AI's data, and that's where OpenAI is concerned as well. And they've created certain filters now that you can say if that was generated by AI or not. So definitely we see some of the danger in education and interview processing, as well as solving certain things. But I feel that it's like a benefit. We're seeing a revolution like nothing we've seen since iPhone. It's a new industry. It's very exciting. It's going to help a lot of people. And it's already solving a lot of interesting, challenging problems altogether, giving you ideas and unblocking your creative writing.
Again, it is a tool, I think people are getting a little bit emotional about what it is, but it is in fact a tool to boost productivity based off the creation that humans bring to the table is sort of my understanding. Can we touch on a few more of the positive use cases we can expect to see from businesses utilizing this, Alex? And maybe you can touch on a bit about how it's going to improve to learn into the future and overcome any obstacles it's currently facing.
Absolutely. First, we're going to see a change in bots, the customer support interaction that's happening already. And we're integrating in some of our products. Tusa is one of them, where you interact with people through text messages, and we have AI helping to generate the right responses right away, so people are less frustrated with customer support, right? So it saves a lot of time and energy. The other aspect that we see as a benefit, as I said, creative writing, content creation. And the industry is already doing that. One of the tools that I find useful right now is ad generation, right? So you can create different ads variables and run them across a lot of people and see which ad resonates better with a certain audience, which in my opinion will lead to a lot of AI generated content. So we are moving towards the era where you will consume content specifically generated by AI for you. It's going to be separate from what you're going to be seeing, any other user is going to be seeing. It's going to be specifically written and generated for one specific person. And to me, it's a benefit. It saves a lot of time. It's personalized to you and you like it. And I think that's where things are moving right now.
Absolutely, and I'm sure it's going to be interesting times ahead as people continue to grapple with the technology and understand it, because if anyone's seen it in action, this thing types out stuff very quickly and very impressively, so I'll be curious to see how it all pans out. Alex, I want to thank you so much for joining me, as always, to touch on the future of AI. This technology is, of course, very impressive, so I hope to connect with you again down the track, and we can keep this conversation going, but thank you again.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you to all of you for tuning in. I hope you've learned something from my discussion there with Alex. I, of course, look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Be well.